Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back. Let's get another reaction with the ghost and our little dragon over here who's about to take a nap again. We're here with House of the Dragon, episode 8 of season 1. The Lord of the Tides is the title. The Lord of the Tides. So, from what I'm understanding, this is another time jump again.
Another time jump?
Another time jump again. I'm not sure how much, but I think last week's episode, which was really intense for a number of reasons, was set up for, I guess, this time jump to start. I don't know. Because we literally had the funeral of Daemon's wife, then we had the kids fighting over the dragon and one losing an eye. I think his name is Aemon, the second son.
Yep.
And Alyssa, like, basically threatening to take one of, Rhaenyra's kids' eyes because it's all fair. And I feel so bad for Viserys because he's literally on the brink of death and he's trying to hold everything together and it's just...
Feel bad for him.
It's not working. It's really bad.
And then there was a wedding.
So people pointed this out, that Rhaenyra, during Daemon's grieving process, he's supposed to have a grieving process, and the funeral, everything for his wife, he's sleeping with his niece, Rhaenyra, and they're allowing it to happen, and they get married, and their witnesses are their kids and whoever that guy was standing there.
Yeah, I don't know.
And people are saying that we're oblivious to Rhaenyra and Daemon's, I guess, wrongdoings because we're shipping them and we're not pointing out their faults. But we just have people we like on the show. Everyone has people they like on this show or Game of Thrones or any other show. There's people that you tend to like and get drawn to, and you kind of focus on them. I mean, that's just kind of how I see it.
Yeah, I like them together.
Yeah.
But, I mean, did he really grieve when he even told Rhaenyra that he didn't love her?
Yeah, he never even answered the question. I think because she asked.
Yeah, I don't think...
He was just like...
I mean, he hasn't loved either wife he's had.
Yeah. Our dragon's here now. She always does this every single time in an intro. She'll be here at some point and sniffs my beard. Hi, welcome. But yeah, so are you ready to jump in? Because I mean,
I'm ready.
I think we patiently wait each week for a new episode. So let's dive in and see what happens. And maybe you'll do Dracarys. Maybe you'll actually spit some fire this time because we've been trying for weeks and she's camera shy. Yes, lick my hand. Anyways, ready to get into it?
I'm ready.
Let's
go. So her husband.
Sea snake is strong.
Sounds like it.
No doubt. I am the sea snake's own blood.
So he's
the closest kin.
It's like the throne.
Be careful, good brother.
Driftmark is mine by all rights. And while
she literally went through this before with the throne.
A dragon.
Someone doing some climbing now?
Oh yeah. A dragon egg.
Who is it though? It was Daemon.
Is she pregnant?
Maybe?
Yeah, I do believe she is.
Rubbing her belly.
Mouth.
One of the sons.
Joffrey, come.
Little Joffrey.
She believes we had her son killed so that we might marry.
Yes. And yet she's taken Baela to war.
No one's there to greet her.
Who's that?
I would say it's nice to be home, but I scarcely recognise it.
It's changed.
We shall hear Princess Rhaenyra's petition along with those of the other claimants on the morrow.
She's not going to listen to her, though.
My lords.
No.
There's been a delicate situation in his apartments.
What? It's like her father's life work besides being king was that.
Yeah, he was always working on it.
Wow.
Who goes there?
Father.
Your daughter?
It's me.
I'm shocked he's lived this long.
There is a petition to decide upon the succession of Driftmark and the heir to the Driftwood throne.
Trying to get him to say who it is going to be.
There's someone we wish to introduce you to.
Who?
This is Aegon.
Aegon.
And this is Viserys.
Aw, adorable. Naming one of their kids after him. It's probably really bizarre to see his brother like that.
He's trying to smell to see what it is.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I don't know.
I understand you found yourself in some trouble. I believe you.
You do?
I do.
I haven't told anyone.
You told Sir Eric and Talia and now me that you're the sort of girl that might have enticed him in the first place. And you know what happens to girls like that? Troubles.
Money.
Paying her off.
And telling her to go away. Drink up.
Think of the shame on your wife. On me.
Wife?
How can you keep?
You are no son.
Jesus.
King had suggested before. Princess Rhaenyra. It's been so long since we were granted the joy of your presence.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed. Addled on milk of the poppy while the High Towers warm his throne.
Rhaenyra, if you would see him without it.
Tomorrow, which authority will sit in judgment of my son's claim on his own inheritance?
That would be mine. And the hands.
They used to be really good friends, you know.
Exactly the same.
Yeah, I figured that was him.
Yep. Yep. Oh, they're there too. Oh, they're all there to...
Petition.
Yep. I think it'd be fair for her to take over, right?
Yeah, I think so. Well, I roll there.
Yeah, definitely.
I wondered. This is no fair proceeding. It is a trap. Set by the Queen in the Hand, I'd wager, to proclaim my son illegitimate. I loved your son.
And he's not dead, by the way.
You may not believe it to be true, but back Luke's claim, and let us betroth Lena's children to mine. Baela will be Queen of the Seven Kingdoms.
You must be united against the High Towers.
Mm-hmm.
But tomorrow the High Towers land their first blow.
Yeah.
They force you to your knees.
The Song of Ice and Fire, do you believe it to be true? By naming me heir, you divided the realm. I thought I wanted it.
You never did, though. You were against this whole thing.
If you wish me to bear it, then defend me
Exactly.
and my children.
What are we doing here?
Doing something.
To die together.
He knows he doesn't have much longer.
Yeah.
Oh.
What do you know of Valarian blood, Princess?
Oh, shit.
I could cut my veins and show it to you. I humbly put myself before you as my brother's successor. The Lord of Driftmark and Lord of the Tides.
I'll start by reminding the court that nearly 20 years ago in this very...
Oh my gosh.
King Viserys of House Targaryen.
Exactly.
The king's now here.
Yeah.
Did somebody help him?
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Look worried.
Yeah, because it's not your decision now. It's his.
I think he came for her.
I really hope so. His brother. Exactly.
Petitions are being heard over settled succession. The only one present.
As a matter of fact, the Princess Rhaenyra has just informed me of her desire to marry her sons Jace and Luke to Lord Corlys's granddaughters, Baela and Rhaena.
The matter settled. Again.
Not allow it.
He's your king.
Oh, shit.
You have to do what he says.
Yeah.
Do not forget yourself.
Is no true Valarian. And certainly
Shit.
I will not see it ended on the account of Zed.
Bastard.
Say it.
Her children are bastards! And she is a whore.
Dude.
But have your tongue for that.
Oh my fucking god! Oh.
He can keep his tongue.
He spoke his piece.
I feel like with reaffirming the decision of who's the heir, and his death is going to greatly affect things now.
Yeah.
Kiss and make up. Kiss and make up. Okay, well that's better than him walking, I guess.
Yeah, the second oldest son looks older than the oldest son.
Yeah, a little bit.
He looks a lot older.
You've grown so distant from each other.
Say thank you to your wife for that.
Yeah, your wife is the reason for that. Oh boy.
Oh,
Don't do
his
that.
face. Oh,
Your grandsire.
it's an
Who
interesting
may
point.
not
Sire.
see
It's
that
interesting.
grandfather.
Walk
Yeah.
for much longer among you.
I wish to raise my cup to Her Grace the Queen, more loyally by his side than his good wife.
Your graciousness moves me deeply, Princess.
Mm-hmm. How about you say something?
You will make a fine queen.
Does she believe that though? No. I think she's only saying that because Viserys is still alive.
Yeah, he's sitting right there.
Exactly.
Fond memories of our shared youth.
Before everything
Like
that
taking
happened.
your eye.
Yeah, you know.
And as men, I hope we may yet be friends.
It's just too happy right this
Yeah, it's
second.
too happy. Yeah. Okay.
Do I smell pig?
Yeah, it's kind of random.
Final tribute
Of course, once he leaves the room.
to the health of my nephews. It was only a compliment. Do you not think yourself strong?
Yep, yep, yep.
It's best, I think, if we go back to Dragonstone.
Yeah.
You've only just
Yeah.
arrived.
That's never good. Black hooded figure.
Yeah, no.
Oh. Okay.
Yes, lady.
Okay.
Aegon,
Our son.
it is true. What he saw in the north,
He's responding back to what we were saying in Rhaenyra.
to unite the realm against the cold and the dark. You are that one.
No, no.
I think she's talking to Rhaenyra.
Yeah. And so she thinks that he's saying Aegon the son is the rightful heir.
Mm-hmm. I think he's passing.
Viserys thought he was... We're continuing the conversation with Rhaenyra about the Song of Ice and Fire, the prince that was promised. And no, we're talking to your wife,
The
who's
queen.
who's been saying our son should be the rightful heir, our firstborn, Aegon.
Yep.
And now she thinks,
His wish is for Aegon to
yeah.
take the throne.
And literally, he was not even really in the conversation when Rhaenyra was there about asking if it was true, and he completely just stopped talking.
Yep.
And then the next night, he's like, all right, now I'll continue. I'll answer your question, Rhaenyra. I gotta say, I feel like this episode had some tense moments, but it was on the slower side of things.
It was.
It
It was
was.
really slow.
Yeah. And also, we had some computer problems, because literally we're getting close to the end of the episode, and the computer just craps out on us. So that really threw off our flow. But I felt like definitely stuff moved forward, and it's jarring to kind of see older kids now, because we just got used to the kids a few episodes ago, and now we have even older kids.
It's
sorry.
crazy that the second oldest,
Aemon. Yeah.
Aemon, it looks a whole lot older than
Aegon.
Like,
Yeah, because in
the last episode, it was the opposite, which it should be.
Aegon looked way older. At least taller, but
Aemon,
yeah,
he
he looked
seems
young.
so much older right now.
Yeah.
He looks older.
I don't know what the thinking was for that. But pretty much Viserys, 6 years later, Viserys is like on death's door, and I think he did die at the end there. I think that's what they're implying.
I think that's what they implied there.
And you had daughter and father, the queen and the king's hand, running things for however long, while he's been in bed not doing anything, and pretty much confirming that Hightower's thing, because like they literally remodeled inside the Red Keep.
Yeah, she didn't recognize it.
Yeah, she's like, well, this isn't home, and no one greeted them at first when Rhaenyra and Daemon showed up. Well, we open with the Sea Snake, who we saw at the very beginning of the show. He was part of the war with Daemon and everything. He's been badly injured. They don't know if he's going to survive. So that comes to the question. It's like a version of the throne. Driftmark, who's going to rule if he dies? So they're all making a claim and they're all like going for their own personal selves. And it was just like, okay, once again, it's a throne situation. It's a version of a throne, essentially. I was quite surprised that the Sea Snake's brother really let it be known what he thought about Rhaenyra's kids, because he was told, because Viserys walked in and Rhaenyra's about to start.
I think Viserys walked in because Rhaenyra pretty much asked him, like, you need to defend me and my children.
Yeah.
I think that's why he came, because he came to defend her. I enjoyed that he actually was able to come down.
Long walk.
For it. It was a long walk.
And you said, can anybody help?
Seriously, he was struggling the whole time. And
Yeah.
then as he goes up the stairs, his brother did help him, which I thought was
a nice moment.
Nice, because like the whole show, they've had their differences, I guess.
Yeah. You don't want to spend time with mom anymore? You come over here?
But yeah, he was calling like her children bastards and called her a whore, and
yeah.
And then Viserys stood up, took out his knife. He's like, "I'll have your tongue for that." And then Daemon comes over here and takes his head off, but leaves his tongue attached to his body.
That was brutal. Yeah. I didn't expect that.
No, not at all.
And I'm like, Viserys, if you try to go at him with a knife, it's not gonna go well.
So I like that Daemon like stood up and defended his wife.
And it's all been about Rhaenyra's illegitimate children.
Yeah.
Now she has legitimate children with Daemon.
So what this will make the baby that she's carrying, as long as it's a single child, she'll have 6 children now.
Yeah. Because
she had 3 bastards, I guess, and then 3 with Daemon. Because she's pregnant with her 6th.
And what did she go in order when she showed Viserys the king? Because she said Viserys is the second one. I guess that's the 5th kid is named Viserys. I'm not 100% sure, but they named one after Viserys. Can I help you with something? My word. But I thought that was a nice touch.
I did like it. Was sweet.
Yeah.
I felt bad for him because I think he scared the kids.
He did, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and then he had the bandage on his face when he's laying in bed, but he has that gold mask.
Gold plate.
Yeah, that gold plate to kind of cover up. And when he revealed it at dinner, which
I figured it was just his eye, like you said. Like
yeah.
I thought it was just his eye, but then they have, like his whole cheek was pretty much gone.
You see like the tendons and stuff are showing. Yeah.
In his cheek. Like how does he eat? How does he drink? I don't understand.
I don't know. I mean,
because he was able to like lay down in bed and they were able to give him his tea. He called
milk with a poppy or whatever.
Like how does that?
I don't even know.
How did it not leak out the side of his face?
He had to lean a certain way. I don't know. I mean, literally, he's just like, but like he's struggling with everything. He struggles with literally everything, and it was brutal. But we're like, I'm sitting there going, I'm surprised he's even lived this long.
He looks awful.
Yeah, I mean,
compared to the first time we ever saw him to now. Yeah. Total change, like.
Because I mean, in the beginning, when Viserys and Daemon is in King's Landing in the first episode of the show, Viserys is obviously older. He's the older brother. That's why he's on the throne. How much of a difference? I don't remember if they've even said, but it looks like Viserys is a grandpa who's dying, and his brother is just like, he's okay. And he's like still kind of the same age, even though obviously so much time has passed. Yeah. But it's crazy how much of a difference it is now. But yeah, dinner. He wanted to have dinner. He told Otto, he's like, I want to have dinner. He's like, sir, it's morning. No, tonight. I'm not stupid.
I enjoyed the dinner scene. I think that was probably my favorite part was the dinner scene. I feel like that was the best part to me, but there's just so much that went on. Like, he stood up, he made his little speech, and then everybody started doing their speeches towards each other, which...
Racing glasses.
You could tell they just did not want to do it all.
No.
But they did it because he was in the room. And the second he left the room...
Shit got down.
Huge fight breaks out. I mean, not a huge fight, but...
The kids fight again, essentially.
Uncles versus nephews.
It's weird, because they're still kids, teenagers, but... Yeah. And it's all because of the whole eye situation. Can I help you with something? You just can't sit still, can you? but it's because of him losing his eye. And he waited till after, like you said, he left the room to then make his final speech or final toast.
Yeah. I was waiting for him to say bastards. He kept wanting to say it so bad.
He saw what happened to the sea snake's brother. He said it and then said, "Oh, by the way, your mom's a whore too," and he got his head chopped off. And I feel like with Viserys coming and making the decision, and obviously, surprisingly, the queen that never was actually was against Rhaenyra's proposal, but now is okay with it.
She accepted it. So they're step siblings.
Yeah.
So they're gonna marry each other.
Yeah, it's bizarre, but I think she made the choice to change because Viserys was there.
Probably.
I felt like she's like, okay, it's the High Towers. I can't trust them because she made a point. High Towers, they're gonna make their stand. They're gonna make their.
Oh yeah, once Viserys is gone, High Towers are really gonna show who they are.
And that's what she was saying to Rhaenyra when she made the offer. Is like, the High Towers are gonna make their are going to because they were gonna make the decision before Viserys showed up. They would never have picked Rhaenyra's.
I want to know who they would have chosen.
Probably the Sea Snake's brother.
Probably.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I would have liked to see who they actually chose and everybody to get to make their speech.
To see who they would have picked.
Yeah.
But I think with this decision, Viserys doing this, and then now Viserys being dead, I feel like are they gonna try to repeal his decision on who's taking over Driftmark and all that? I mean,
but he's not officially.
I think he's dead though. I think
Viserys.
I think he
passed away at the end, and they're making this whole petition for Driftmark.
Yeah,
but they don't know for sure that he's dead, so they could be doing this whole thing.
Oh yeah, because he's not dead yet.
For nothing,
so
yeah, they don't know for sure because he was supposed to arrive in 3 days.
Because if he shows back up and he's not dead, then he go.
Wait till he hears what happens to his brother and.
See, like that's what I'm saying. The death of his brother and the decision that Viserys makes on behalf of Driftmark and everything, saying we're going to reassure, we're going to go with this plan Rhaenyra set up, and that's going to backfire.
Yeah.
So yeah, intense episode. It was slow, but there definitely was some really tense moments. I mean, it's just uncomfortable for everybody to be in the room together now. After everything's going to happen, and now we only have 2 episodes remaining, and we're done with season 1.
Yeah. I'm wondering what it was all about when the queen, asked Rhaenyra to come back. She's like, I thought you were going to stay longer. You just got here.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'll be back on Dragonback.
Do you think that she's gone when her father dies, so when she comes back, everything changes?
Probably.
Yeah.
That was interesting, and I like when the queen and Rhaenyra first see each other, when she gets there, that you see her arm. You see Rhaenyra's arm, and it's been too long, and she automatically pulls her arm up to her chest, so you can't see the scar anymore.
Yeah. It's like, oh yeah, remember that happened last time? Last episode, it was literally the last episode, and we just man.
I think the last thing. What do you think about Daemon's old mistress? I guess you want to call her.
Yeah, what's that all about? Are they?
And then the one girl, she worked in the castle, didn't she?
I think so. I don't know, but I thought that was teasing something probably next.
I want to know what's going on there because they only showed that for just a brief second and then nothing after that. It goes. It cuts to the king.
I think it all ties into what's happening next. I bet because it might be the fact that King is about to die or something, or maybe there's some information. I don't know.
Who's to say?
What we forgot to mention real fast before we go, because I do got to get to editing, is Aegon did something really bad to that girl, and she had to pay her off.
Paid her off.
Yeah.
And gave her the kind of like a Plan B drink.
And some hush money to go away.
Which is what they gave Rhaenyra.
After sleeping with...
After they thought she slept with Daemon.
Yep.
And it doesn't seem like it's the first time he's done that. And he didn't care.
Because the way it was coming across with how Alyssa responded to hearing what happened in Aegon's room, she didn't act shocked. She just went, "I believe you, but will anybody else?" And it's like, okay, you've had this speech before. You've had this talk before.
You've had your pocket of coins ready for each girl.
I bet there's a drawer full of them. There's a drawer full of coins. Wait, and he's married.
Yeah.
Who's... Okay.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, who's...
Just real brief. Like, what about your wife? I don't know. What about your wife?
What about her? Does she actually exist?
Wasn't aware that you're married.
Who knows? But yes, final thoughts? Anything?
I don't think so. I think that's all.
This dragon. Dracarys. You're not good at this. You know what I'm saying? We train you to spit fire, and you're just like, whatever. Alright, we're going to go now. I got to get to editing. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm excited for next week's episode. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.
Out.